Welcome to Client Heartbeat Monday, something to look forward to on a Monday. My name's Gordon Tan and I'm the CEO and founder of Client Heartbeat, and today we're going to be talking about 5 ways in which to identify customers that may be leaving your organisation. Being in managed services or as an IT service provider, I'm sure you're acutely aware of the fact that monthly recurring revenue is king. There's nothing quite as disheartening as bringing on a new managed service contract and then only to have losing out one at the back door. After speaking to a number of different MSP business owners, we identified a couple of red flags that may potentially indicate that a customer might be at risk of leaving you. And it's important to note that these on their own may not necessarily be as serious, but if there's a number of these issues coming up, you should probably start looking into it and speak to your particular customer and give them a little bit more TLC. So the first flag is obviously if they start asking for things like passwords and domain credentials and network diagrams and whatnot. Look, in most IT companies at the moment, that generally is a red flag anyway, but it's something to be mindful of when you're considering what are the top real 5 key identifiers of particular customers that are leaving. Secondly, look, if the customer stops to meet with you. So what we mean by that is, particularly early on in the relationship, if there are issues, a customer will generally reach out if you haven't done so already and basically say, look, we want to sit down. You will then go out to their office and you'll have a meeting and they'll go through the issues and hopefully create some sort of action plan or solution to those issues. However, if the customer reaches a point where they stop continuing to do that, what we would call radio silence, well, the chances are that you haven't magically fixed all of the ongoing issues and they're just so dissatisfied that they're looking elsewhere. Arranging meetings and having meetings is definitely something that I think is a positive because you can always get constructive criticism out of it, and at the end of the day what the customer's showing you is they're still invested in the relationship, which is super important. The third thing, in the same kind of vein, look, if you've had a number of ongoing issues with a customer, ongoing problems, and then all of a sudden the customer's staff stop logging jobs in relation to the problem, or they stop complaining about the problem, and you're still aware the problem still exists, obviously. Look, that's a pretty, a pretty serious red flag that something else there may be other forces at work. Often there might be a situation where the IT contact or the IT decision maker just says, look, it's not worth logging anymore. We're exploring other solutions. Don't worry about it. That was something that we got out of having a few discussions with MSP business owners. Finally, look, if they stop responding to feedback, obviously our business is all about customer feedback surveys and whatnot. If they stop providing you with feedback, if they stop responding to emails whereby you're reaching out for feedback, look, generally speaking, it shows a level that they're not as engaged with your organization. And therefore, again, if you're seeing some of these symptoms and you're also having difficulty getting feedback from the customer, chances are that they might already have one foot out the door. Finally, if you're interested in the ways that you can intelligently identify customers at risk of leaving, well, we would recommend Client Heartbeat. It's a unique business tool that allows you to kind of regularly monitor your customer feedback. But what makes it unique is it has some proprietary algorithms and whatnot. Obviously, we're collating and collecting a lot of industry data from MSPs or IT companies that are your size and looking at those trends that lead to losing customers and hopefully intelligently predicting customers that might be at risk of leaving you. So there you have it, 5 real simple ways to identify customers that may be at risk of leaving you. I'm Gordon Tan for Client Heartbeat Mondays, and I hope to see you next week.